The West Texas A&M Buffaloes entered tonight's game against Cameron lying 6th in the Lone Star Conference standings, just one game in the loss column from 4th spot. And that's where they need to get to earn a first-round bye in the upcoming LSC tournament. Since opening the year at 13-1, the Buffs have since gone 8-5. However, they are coming off a very dominant win over Eastern New Mexico this past Saturday, when the Buffs took an 85-72, strong game last Saturday. 2 weeks ago, the Buffs took an 85-72 non-conference win over the Aggies in Lawton. The Cameron Aggies, well, their season hasn't been fun. Their overall record is just 4-14, but all you need to know about the Aggies is that they have won their last 2 games, including Saturday's 89-85 double overtime win over third-ranked Lubbock Christian. 2 days prior to that, they broke an 11-game, 2-month losing streak by defeating Eastern New Mexico. And as I bring in broadcast partner Lucas Kinsey, you've got the Buffaloes who are fighting to get a first-round bye and hoping to at least maintain home court advantage in the first round of the LSC tournament against a Cameron team that right now is on the outside looking in, but the entire LSC standings on the men's side is so compressed that a win here or there could get Cameron in the tournament, and they're coming off what they are calling one of their biggest upsets in school history.
I mean, it's incredible. You know, you look at Cameron, they lost 12 in a row this season before last week in what was an incredible week for them. And so there's the conference standings. You see there, West Texas A&M currently in 6th, but still a great overall record of 21 wins and 6 losses. The Buffs have got to buckle down the stretch here in the regular season, position themselves hopefully to a good spot in the LSC postseason tournament. But Kent, it's going to be interesting tonight. We saw a totally different WT team last Saturday against Eastern New Mexico. We saw a team, I think, that was very angry. They were upset about how they had played before in the previous loss to LCU. But when I say different, I mean defensively, because what the Buffs did was they just picked up full court, went pressure all over the place. They forced tons of turnovers, and they turned those Eastern New Mexico turnovers into a lot of points. They played with so much determination. And
it wasn't just backcourt pressure. It was trapping pressure. There's a difference between token pressure and what the Buffs did to Eastern New Mexico. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do against a Cameron Aggie team that has some size, has some length, but as with their women's program, is predominantly outside-oriented. They've gone through some adversity. Their head coach at the start of the year, Andrew Brown, was released of his duties in mid-January. Women's assistant coach Jeff Mahoney took over. This past week against Eastern New Mexico, he picked up his first victory as a head coach. He's now the men's head coach. The Aggies have a 2-game win streak. The Buffs are coming off a win after a very disappointing loss to Lubbock Christian.
Yeah, Jeff Mahoney, he is an alma mater, a graduate of Cameron University. It's interesting, though, at the start of the season, he did not think he was going to be going up against Todd Duncan and Tom Brown as an assistant coach for Emma Andrews, but credit to him for really stepping up to the plate and essentially doing 2 different jobs for Cameron University and doing it well, especially when you look at last week.
The Buffs, well, they're averaging 81 points a game. They're outscoring their opponent by nearly 13 points a contest. They're also getting it done under the boards, averaging 40 rebounds a game. That's nearly 5 rebounds a game more than what their opposition is. Cameron, well, they don't score a lot, 69, and they're giving up 79. As I said, they have been struggling. Rebounding, they average 35. They're giving up 40 rebounds a game. But when you beat Lubbock Christian, you're doing something right, and when you win back-to-back games, you're doing several things right. We'll see what they can do tonight against the Buffaloes. Let's now meet the starting lineup. First, our visitors from Lawton, Oklahoma, the Cameron Aggies, in their first season, actually in their first month under head coach Jeff Mahoney. They are 4-14, 2-9 overall. They'll start at one guard, DeAndre Early, 6'3" senior from St. Petersburg, Florida. Early averages 6.9 points, 2.8 rebounds. The second guard, Brock Schreiner, 6-foot junior from Choctaw, Oklahoma. Schreiner has eclipsed the 1,000 career point mark this year. He averages 13.1 points, 3 rebounds a game. He had 20 Saturday against Lubbock Christian. At 1 forward, Kenyon Holcomb, 6'8" forward from Tomball, Texas. 3.5 points, 4 rebounds a game. He is the current Lone Star Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Second forward, Colt Savage, 6'5" junior from Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Savage had 20 against Lubbock Christian, as well as 10 rebounds, a double-double against the Shaps. He is averaging 15 points, 5.5 rebounds this year. And rounding out the starting 5 at forward, Connor Slater, 6'6" sophomore from Elgin, Oklahoma. He's averaging 11.9 points, 6.2 rebounds. He had 14.6 boards earlier this year against the Buffaloes. For the Buffs, they come in at 21-6, 7-5 in conference play in their 8th season under head coach Tom Brown. They'll start at 1 guard, Jesse Oweezy, 6'5" freshman from Roanoke, Texas. Oweezy averages 6.2 points, 4.6 rebounds. He has 8 double-figure scoring outings this year. At the point, Julius Brown, 5'10" junior from Westerville, Ohio. Brown averages 13.9 points, 3.3 rebounds a game. Against Cameron earlier this month, 23 points, 6 assists. At guard, but inside, Dalen Williams, 6'9", graduate student from Stinnett, Texas. Williams averages 3 points, 3.5 rebounds. He had 8 boards this past Saturday against Eastern New Mexico. The fourth guard, Zach Toussaint, 5'11" sophomore from Johnsburg, Illinois. Toussaint averages 15.5 points, 1.9 rebounds a game. He had 13 points at Cameron. Rounding out the starting 5 at guard, Larry Wise, 6'4" sophomore from Waxahachie, Texas. Wise averages 15 points, 4.5 rebounds. He had 16 points, 6 boards when the Buffaloes visited the Aggies. So there's your starting 5. Oweezy, Brown, Williams, Toussaint, and Wise for the Buffaloes. Early, Schreiner, Holcomb, Savage, and Slater for the Aggies. Your officials for the game, Anthony Thomas, John Jenkins Jr., and Trenton Cheney. So Lucas Kinsey, a rare Tuesday night basketball game.
That's right.
And then the Buffs are on the road for a 1-game road trip, but then they come home again late next week.
Yeah, only show in town tonight, and so we hope that it goes like the women's game did. The Lady Buffs picked up a win by 10 points. This series for the men, WT leads the all-time series 22-11, and they're on an 11-game win streak against Cameron. The last Cameron win, March 3rd of 2016.
That would have been a Lone Star Conference tournament game.
Yep.
In Allen.
That's right. The old days, Ken.
I remember. Anthony Thomas steps into the circle. It's Williams going up against Holcomb. Holcomb controls the trip and tips it into the backcourt to DeAndre Early, who brings the Aggies up court wearing black with gold and white trim. They have white Cameron across the front trimmed in gold. The numerals are gold trimmed in white. The Buffs, of course, in the white home Under Armour with the maroon stripe on the shoulder, as Brock Schreiner drives in for a lay-in. We mentioned, Lucas,
yes,
he has 1,000 career points. He is what you would call a plugger.
He is a plugger. Julius Brown, he's lightning in a bottle.
Wow. Drives in, elevates, and gets the finger roll.
Yeah, one thing you'll see with Schreiner is he is very strong. He gets into the paint, but lower body very strong, and is able to kind of just maneuver his way into the paint. Even though he's shorter, he knows how to finish.
6 foot junior, still has a year to go on his eligibility. Here's Slater, gives it to Schreiner outside, shot clock at 5. Schreiner kicks it back to Slater, who bobbles the ball, puts up a 3, caroms off the rim into the hands of Larry Wise. Here come the Buffs. Wise from 16, a little too strong. Oweezy kicks it back out. Toussaint keeps it in the front court. The Buffs get a fresh 20. Brown to Toussaint. He's open. His three is good.
Yeah, he made Brock Schreiner make a decision. Do I help off on Julius Brown, leave Toussaint open for a split second? That's what he did, and Toussaint made him pay.
5-2 Buffs early. Buffs in the man defense. Early on the wing. Comes near side to Holcomb. Back on top to Early. Right wing, Savage makes a move, picks up his dribble.
And not a lot of movement offensively here for Cameron.
To Schreiner. His three off the top of the backboard. That one was forced, and the Buff defense taking Cameron out of their offense.
Yeah, Cameron
very disjointed possession.
They're going to have to get more movement, more screens, more on-ball screens, because I don't think they have the players. Schreiner is a good player, but I don't think they have overall the type of offense that's going to break you down off the defense consistently.
Cameron Bell replaces Toussaint. Louisi inside to Williams. Dalen goes up, and the ball wedges. It'll be a jump ball. Buffs basketball in alternating possession.
Yeah, Dalen, what a game he had on Saturday, just providing the energy. He left the game at one point with a cut, and talking to some fans afterwards who were sitting right behind the bench, they said, yeah, it was bleeding pretty bad.
Brown in the corner. His three no good. Williams tapped it, but it's controlled by the Aggies, and here they come. Taking it all the way in and missing the layup, Connor Slater. Ball loose on the floor. Aggies come up with it. Schreiner loses the ball. Bell comes up with it. Approaching the 17-minute mark of the first. Buffs up 5-2. Just underway here at the First United Bank Center. Williams left-handed hook. There it is.
Dalen Williams.
He's going to have some one-on-one opportunities tonight. Dalen is, and just such strength used inside there by number 12.
3 field goals by the Buffaloes, 3 different individuals scoring. Buffs an early 5-point lead.
Strong young man, a smart young man as well, right, KJ?
Getting his MBA here at West Texas. Oh, there's a long-range 3. Colt Savage.
Savage, a transfer from University of Central Oklahoma.
He didn't have to go far.
He did not. Edmond DeLawton.
20 points, 9 rebounds in the first meeting against the Buffs. And there we're going to have a push in the back. Kenyon Holcomb gets his first. It'll be team foul number 1 against the Aggies. Hayden Blankley and Zach Toussaint to the floor for the Buffs, replacing Eweezy and Wise.
You know, last time the two teams played, Hayden had a great game against Cameron, 10 points, 10 rebounds.
Double-double for Blankley. And we've got a foul on the inbound.
You hate to see that. Dalen moved on his screen. So that gives the ball back to the Aggies.
It's Dalen's first, the Buffs first.
Here's that full court press.
Now, let's see.
From Nolan Richardson.
How
I mean Tom Brown.
That's it, yeah. Arkansas is 40 minutes of hell. Buffs about had a turnover there. And
Kent, that's the second time we've seen that in the last 2 games.
Yeah, Zach's breathing deep right now.
Well, the good sportsmanship from DeAndre Early. He comes over, he throws the ball off of Toussaint.
Comes over and puts his arm around Zach and says,
below the belt.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, below the belt.
Addison Wallace to the floor, replacing Toussaint.
6'3" sophomore guard from Cleveland, Texas, Addison Wallace for Zach Toussaint.
Buffs getting everyone situated here.
If that's ever happened before, you know how he feels. It's not good.
Buffs up 7-5. Here's Early on the wing. Inlet pass intended for Slater, goes out of bounds, and did Dalen pick up another foul?
They are going to call a foul against the Buffs. Tom Brown disagrees. The pass was not a very good one because the Buffs had Slater covered up. Here's the replay.
Yep.
He's posting up almost at the three-point line. But fortunately for Cameron, they get the foul.
Third team foul against the Buffs. Early gets it into Holcomb in the corner. He dribbles up top. And
offensive foul.
Yeah, they called him for getting the elbow up. I thought they might have a push on Cameron. It's going to be on Kenyon Holcomb away from the play. His second, team foul number 2, and that takes us to a timeout.
Tom Brown still having a discussion right now.
15:52 to play in the first. Buffs up by 2.
Valentine's Day's over, Kent.
No love. We'll be back after this. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs!
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Early score 7-5. There's Bucky enjoying this one tonight, along with the Spirit squad. Buffs lead 7-5, 15:45 to play before halftime.
Ooh. Bell on the wing tried to release to Blankley. Blankley had moved, but
how was that not a turnover?
Well, I don't think he dribbled the ball yet.
Okay.
So that was his dribble.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Oezy drives in strong, puts one up, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to be against Nico Argyropoulos, 6'8" freshman from Greece. Sends Oezy to the line, shooting twice. First shot, no good.
It just sounds Greek, Kent. Argyropoulos.
Well,
right?
Yes, and I wanted to make sure before I said it was.
Yeah.
I think the last Greek player that the Buffaloes had was Nico Steliano back in the Rick Cooper days. Forward. Jesse misses them both.
Oof.
But fortunately, Juju gets back, knocks the ball out of bounds, and hits it off the leg of Colt Savage. At the other end, Wallace, too strong. Oezy gets it and one.
Great hustle, Jesse, around the rim. Uses the vertical first to grab the rebound and the strength to put it back while drawing a foul.
It's going to go against DeAndre Early, his first, team's fourth. The Buffs not getting it done from the line here early. 9-5, approaching 15 to play in the first. There's a steal. Oezy gets it, measures his steps, walks in, and nice finger roll.
Yes, Jesse. He went with the old James Harden step through.
There was no way Argyropoulos was going to defend that one.
Impressive move there for Oezy.
Schreiner tries at the other end and does. Quickly we go the other way. Toussaint for three.
Well, you can say now with the 2 threes that he has made, Kent, that Zach Toussaint has passed Charles Bird. He is in 4th place all-time three-pointers in a career.
Almost a steal. Jesse picks up his first personal. Team foul number 4 against the Buffaloes. Blankley to the bench. Wise returns to the floor.
We have seen some incredible three-point shooters for the Buffs over the last 6-7 years.
We have. Inbounds, and here's the pressure and the trap. Toussaint goes for the steal, knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, and what Coach Mahoney is telling John Muhammad is step to the ball, meet that pass. You meet the pass, a lot of times the defender's going to follow you and foul.
They get it in deep to Savage. Shot blocked by Wallace. Nice ball movement by the Buffs. Inside to Larry, up and in. Nice feed from Oweezy.
Great fake, good patience by Larry.
Basket by Larry Wise.
The Buffs on a run here. Aggies break the pressure. John Muhammad to Gonzalez. Up top to Schreiner. 10 on the shot clock. Schreiner on the wing. Shot clock at 6. In the corner to Gonzalez. Needs to get a shot up. Gets it off. Draws iron. And Oweezy gets the rebound.
Outstanding rebounder. Times it perfectly.
Wise at the line. Kicks outside to Brown. Drives in. Off the glass. Missed it. Oweezy gets the rebound.
Yeah.
And the contact was incidental, but the damage was done. And Jesse gets called for a charge against Alex Gonzalez.
Yeah, and the Buff fans might not agree with me, but I think this is the right call here. Great hustle by Jesse, but watch this.
Oh, that's solid.
That looked like it hurt.
Here, this is my shoulder.
Well, and oftentimes you say the bigger guy, kind of gets picked on a little bit, and those calls are made, but that's a lot of muscle coming right into the chest of Connor Slater. A sub in for the Buffs. Toussaint checks out.
Dalen Williams returns to the lineup. Quickly at the other end. Wow. Brock Schreiner
shot.
Put on the brakes and got it in. Even he's chuckling as he goes down court. Buffs not getting back. Here's Williams, has the ball knocked away.
That time the double team came.
Connor Slater comes up with the loose ball. Buffs leading by 7. Muhammad off the glass, gets the roll, and Tom Brown's going to call timeout to talk defense.
Yeah, they're not happy about that last possession there as Cameron Aggie player slashes into the paint. No help defense comes.
12:39 to play in the first. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network. Buffs lead by 5, 12:34 to play in the first half. With possession, here's Wise. Backs down in the paint, kicks it outside to Blankley. Bell in the corner, up top to Brown. He's open, he'll take it, he'll drain it.
Julius really has brought his scoring up the last several games.
And after you score, you press.
Don't forget, kids.
Brown on Slater in the backcourt. He gets it up to Schreiner, and Cameron gets the ball across the timeline. About throws it away. Muhammad recovers, puts it in the paint. Blocked by Williams. Quickly to Brown, back to Blankley, and the finger roll.
What a pass.
Beautiful. And at the other end, we go in for the flush. Connor Slater.
It's like the passing skills challenge out here on both sides. Julius with the underhand flip, and then Cameron comes back with the Hail Mary.
Brown's open, thought about it, puts it up. He thought too long, but look at Hayden there. Goes up, wanted a foul. Officials say it was all ball. And we've got a full timeout. 11:25 to play in the first. Buffs lead it 21-13. You're watching West Texas basketball. So watch this. Watch Hayden go up, get the rebound, then stripped.
Knocked out.
And that takes us to the break. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
Buffaloes lead by 8, 21-13, 11:25 still to play here in the first half. It'll be Buff basketball. WT right now 60% from the field. Cameron shooting 46%.
Wise gets it into Toussaint in the corner. Kicks it outside to Brown. Cross court to Wise. Larry spins, puts it up and in.
That's so pretty. That's so pretty.
Cameron quickly breaks the press. Buffs needs to get back now. Here's a long three outside. Colt Savage, no good. There for the putback, however, Darius Green, junior from Tomball, Texas. Toussaint for three, too strong. Rebound to Muhammad. He's going to take it all the way in. Goes over Williams, misses. Out of bounds. Call originally went to Cameron, but we're going to have a discussion, and it's Buffs basketball.
They snuck in the challenge flag there. Look at it again. Just left it short, and then last touch by Darius Green.
Wise to Toussaint. Up top to Brown. Julius wanted the drive. Cut off by Muhammad. Step back, and good.
Yeah, Julius looks really good right now. In this one, already 7 points, 3 field goals made for Juju.
Down at the other end, we've got a foul. Colt Savage goes in underneath. And
the other thing that Julius is doing of late is he is scoring but also distributing. Earlier in the year, his assist numbers were not as high, but right now, 7 points. Give him three assists as well.
You like that. Colt Savage at the line, 83% on the year, shooting twice. Knocks down the first one. Double-double Saturday against Lubbock Christian. Lubbock Christian scored 85 against the Buffs. They scored 85 against the Aggies. Difference was the Aggies scored more.
And that was one that surprised a lot of people, fans in the Lone Star Conference that thought that LCU was going to go down to Lawton and basically have a cakewalk. Not the case.
Led by 12 early in the game. The Aggies came back, and it was tight throughout. Here's Brown from 12. No, Williams gets the rebound, and he's fouled.
Aggie foul.
Good hustle by Dalen. Foul goes against Darius Green, his first, team's 5th against the Aggies. Williams to the line where he's 55% on the season. Looking to add to this 8-point Buffalo lead. Short on the first.
You know, Dalen has been rewarded with his minutes increasing the last several games, things they have seen not just out on the court during the games, but in practices as well.
He's a fighter.
Well, and that is something that at times this team has missed, Kent, is just toughness.
Dalen makes the second, puts the Buffs up 9. Largest lead thus far has been 10. 2 minutes ago. Muhammad down low, jump stop. Before the shot, we've got a foul. This will go against Toussaint.
Zach Toussaint's second personal.
Picks up his second. Team foul number 7 against the Buffs. That puts the Aggies in the bonus. And John Muhammad goes to the line shooting 1 and 1, just 45% on the year, but he knocks down the first one. 11 of 23 now.
One shot.
And he's got them both. Kind of flicks the ball up there. Takes it back to a 7-point game. Brown on the wing. Toussaint, far side. Nowhere to go. Shot clock approaching 10. Brown feeds Bell, but in the meantime, Julius mows down Darius Green and is called for the charge.
Julius Brown's first personal foul.
It's Juju's first. Buffs 8th as a team.
He was set since last week. I mean, down there in the paint, he was just waiting for Julius, and Brown got up in the air, charge called.
Savage to Green. Green clearing out with the elbow, and did they get him? No, they're going to get
offensive foul.
Argyropoulos with a moving screen.
Jeff Mahoney saying my guy's being held.
With the offensive foul, his second.
That's Argyropoulos' second. Team foul number 6 against the Aggies. As we're inside of 10 minutes, approaching 9. Buffs up 26-19. Wise on the wing. And a foul inside. We're going to call a walk. Larry took a step.
Yeah, Cameron switched to zone there, and at first glance I was thinking you can't play zone when Zach Toussaint's on the floor, but Toussaint is not on the floor right now. He's getting a breather, so see if the Aggies stay in that zone.
Here's Early working on Brown. He's going to take it in. Wow, made that look easy.
Now we're seeing some fight right here from the Cameron Aggies. They've cut it to 5.
Here's Wise for 3.
Make that 8.
They fight, they eke towards you, but the Buffs keep doing what the Aggies did, +1. Here's Muhammad, strong drive. He's going to be fouled by Wise. And for Larry, that's his first personal. Team foul number 9 against the Buffaloes.
Yeah, offensively, this is a really good half here for the Buffaloes. They're 60% from the field. They're 67% from the three-point line. Did you see the foul right there?
And they call it against Addison.
The only statistic offensively that doesn't look good is free throws. The Buffs are 1 of 5.
And the Aggies were perfect until Muhammad missed that first attempt.
One shot.
Second on its way, he knocked it down. Here's Wallace. 3, got it!
Back-to-back threes.
Larry has 10. Buffs lead is 10. 8:04 to play in the first.
He is a pure scorer. Larry Wise can do it outside. He can drive. He can finish.
Sophomore from Waxahachie.
He's going to just continue to develop for this team as well.
Here's Savage in the corner for 3. No. Wise with the rebound. Bring it up court himself. He'll take it all the way himself off the glass and in.
That shot right there is so difficult to make. Larry makes it look easy, but you're going full speed, you get bumped, then you hang in the air and have to softly put it off the window.
Buff's biggest lead of the game at 12. Early loses the ball, and they're going to say he had some help.
Looked like Bell flipped it, but they don't call it on Cameron. They call the foul on Jesse.
And that's going to be Jesse's third. And the Buffs 10th. And that'll put the Aggies in the double bonus.
Good work by the baseline camera down there, Daniel Kalunga.
We'll be back after this. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Well, the Buffaloes lead 34-22. Cameron cut it to 5, but then the Buffs are really just playing great offense. They're shooting the ball well from the three-point line, first of all. And Cameron is not shooting the ball well from the outside. Just one three-pointer made for the Aggies. The Buffs 5 of 7 from three-point range.
DeAndre Early at the line, shooting a pair. Gets the first. And that's one area Cameron is shooting well, is the free throw line, where they are currently 6 of 7. Early misses the second, and we've got a warning against the Buffalo bench. Don't know who, can take a guess. The Buffs lead by 11 at 34-23. Toussaint to Brown. Cross court to Wise. Thought about it. Drives in instead. We got a foul before the shot. And this is going to go against Darius Green, his second, team foul number 7.
Yeah, Cameron's having a really difficult time with Larry Wise in this first half. They just don't have someone defensively that can guard him, and a lot of teams have been in that same conundrum.
Larry Wise.
Larry at the line, shooting 1 and 1. Misses. Larry'd better get used to shooting free throws because he'll probably go there again tonight. Here's Savage.
He's really good on the season, 86% free throw shooter.
To Green. Green dribbles around the top, drives in, puts it up, and gets it.
He muscled that one in.
Wow.
That could have been a foul as well.
Brown quickly to the rack. It won't go. Green with the rebound. Outlet to Savage. To Schreiner in the corner. Early steps on the line.
Yeah, that line gets them every time. We saw it in the women's game. But, again, you're sprinting down the court. You still have to have the awareness to know where you are.
Court awareness. Buffs leading 34-25, 6:16 to play in the first.
That was Cameron's 6th turnover.
Brown drives, dishes to Blankley, who knocks down the three. Hayden's first 3 of the evening. He is the 4th Buff to knock down a three-pointer tonight. Buffs 6 of 8 from 3. Here's a drive by Early, kicks it in the corner, looking for Schreiner, but too many hands. Goes out of bounds. Aggies basketball.
One of the players in for the Buffs right now defensively doing a good job. Jonas Carlisle, freshman.
Quick shot off the inbound by Slater, and
fouled on the shot.
Wise fouled him, and he He knew better on that one.
It's a 2 foot. He was in front of the three-point line, so just 2 free throws.
That'll send Connor Slater to the line, shooting twice. Slater averaging 12 on the year, 63% from the line, knocks down the first. Substitution as Kenyon Holcomb returns to the lineup for the Aggies. Replacing Early. Slater's second shot's good. He makes them both. He's up to 4. Buff lead cut to 10. Wise working on Holcomb. Finds Blankley underneath. Nice pass from Wise. Blankley finishes it off. He's got 7 now. Schreiner for 3. Ooh, he got it.
Soft touch on that pull-up 3.
He's up to 9. Brown on the wing, up top to Wise, gets a screen from Blankley, too strong. Quickly down court, Slater beats everybody.
Yep, and he did a nice job. Checked the rearview mirror, made sure he had some space in between and made the layup.
That's not the first time we've seen the Aggies beat the Buffs down court. 7-point Buffalo lead at 39-32. Brown, fade away off the spin, and he got it.
You almost feel sorry for Schreiner. That's really good defense. Nothing you can do about it. That's a great shot.
And a steal by Blankley. And reaching in, Connor Slater grabs him to prevent the layup.
Connor Slater whistled for the hold, his first.
Here's the replay on this. It's a great steal, and then watch as Hayden's coming. We're just going to grab the arm. You're not going anywhere. Slow down, Hayden.
Kind of innocuous, but still the intent was to prevent the layup. Blankley will go to the line, shooting twice. Actually, it's 1 and 1. And Hayden knocks down the first.
When you look at Cameron in some of these losses, KJ, they've been close. I mean, a 9-point loss to Oklahoma Christian. In overtime, 8-point loss to UT Permian Basin. A 6-point loss to Angelo State. 9-point loss to St. Mary's. 4-point loss to Texas A&M Commerce.
Here's a 3 from the wing, missed by Savage. Shot that one before his teammates got down court. Blankley, he'll put up the 3. It won't go. Schreiner launches one. No. Blankley takes the rebound. Brown on the wing, open, takes it, can't get it to go. Teams exchanging missed threes right now as we're under 4 minutes to play in the first. Buffs up 43-32. Schreiner to Early. Outside to Savage. Gets Blankley looking the other way. Kicks in the corner to Holcomb. No good. Blankley with a one-handed board.
Impressive. His 4th rebound of the half.
To go with 9 points. Here's Wise. Looking for Brown. Juju kicks out with 3 to play in the first. Blankley open for 3. Can't get it to go. Williams gets the rebound.
Oh.
And the follow, they're going to say he was held on the floor. Or they're going to say that
he's fouled.
Yeah, he was fouled.
Okay.
We're going to a timeout. That's why we're going to the bench.
Look at this one. I mean, Dalen is just pure energy and hustle. And give me that ball.
Let him have the bucket. 43-32, Buffs by 11, 2:56 to play in the first. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
Buffalo's lead here near the end of the first half. 43-32 the score. Buffs 6 of 12 from the three-point line. Cameron just 2 of 11. Both teams have struggled. Well, the Buffs have struggled at the free throw line. They're 3 of 8. Dalen Williams with an opportunity. Good stroke there.
Knocks down the first. He'll have another one coming.
You know, Kent, we talked about the coaching change midseason there for the Aggies. And what a good job the coach has done. Coach Mahoney stepping up. It's got to be difficult for the players. And so credit to Cameron for continuing to fight and for these guys coming together.
Jonas Carlisle almost had a steal there. Instead, at the baseline, Colt Savage with the mid-range shot. Buffs by 11. Wise puts it up, too strong. Rebound comes down to Early. And the Aggies get the ball up court. Savage drives in. He's going to be tripped on the baseline. Jonas Carlisle picks up his first. San Antonio freshman. And that will send Savage to the line, shooting twice as the Buffs are over the 10-foul limit.
Yeah, the tripping. Here's, if you wonder what tripping is, this is tripping. Didn't mean to, but foul nonetheless.
Toussaint replaces Carlisle in the Buffs lineup. Savage makes them both. Coming up at the half, Lucas will visit with Lady Buff assistant coach Will Sherman. Lady Buffs with a 75-65 win over the Aggies in our opener tonight. As Blankley spins and puts it in.
There's a mismatch inside Hayden.
Lady Buffs remain tied atop the Lone Star Conference women's standings. Here's Slater in the paint, puts it up short. His own tap, no good. Buffs come up with the loose ball. Toussaint to Blankley on the wing to Wise. The three won't go. Slater with the rebound, brings it up court himself.
That was in rhythm. Thought that one was going to fall.
Good ball movement, good look. Here's Early, guarded by Brown. Hands it off to Schreiner. Back to Early. Wants to go baseline. Cuts back. Took a few steps, and they saw it.
Let's be honest, Ken. He took 5. As just didn't know exactly what he wanted to do. Wasn't ready to take the shot. And
approaching 1 minute to play in the first half. Buffs lead at 11, and they have the basketball. Toussaint drives, kicks it out to Brown. Wise on the wing, shot clock at 8. Toussaint, he's going to drive, elevates, and drops it in.
That's a tough shot there.
Nice shot by Zach. 35 to play in the first half.
Some great balance in the first half. Buffs nearly have 4 players in double figures.
Buffs have 49 points, which is what they had at the half Saturday against Eastern. Little Dirk Nowitzki move there by Connor Slater.
NBA action right there. Get that knee up and fade.
10 to play in the half. Shot clock off. Brown with the basketball. Buffs up 11. Brown drives in the corner to Bell. He'll put up a 3-2 strong. And that'll take us to half. West Texas A&M 49, Cameron 38. We'll be back with our halftime activities after this. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular Team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
We are at halftime here at the First United Bank Center. The Buffaloes lead over Cameron 49-38 as WT enjoying some hot shooting in this first half. Being joined now by the Lady Buffs assistant coach Will Sherman. Coach Sherman, thanks for coming up and chatting with us. The team right now continues its strong play, 5 straight wins. The girls are playing so well together. The chemistry, you can see it even from my position up here. Fans enjoying this team. You got to be having a lot of fun. Talk about this team's performance over the last 5 games.
Yeah, it's been really impressive. I mean, we hit the little bump in the road going Midwestern State, TWU, and we just kind of fought through it, kept battling, getting healthy, get consistent, get a couple practices under our skin. And we knew when we brought everyone together that we'd just be kind of on this incline rise, heading to somewhere special.
Yeah, the consistency defensively, I think, has been there for most of the season. There's been, like you said, just a few games where defensively maybe you didn't do as well as you wanted to. But let's talk about the offense. Again, tonight is a night where you have so much balance. Taylor Williams leads the team with 16 points, but Zam, she's been scoring the ball well of late. She gets 14 points. You get a double-double from Lauren Taylor, but it's just 7 and 6 and 5, everybody producing. What has been a change offensively for this team? Because when you go back, there were some stretches where maybe the offense wasn't there, but we could always count on the defense. Talk about the offense for the Lady Buffs.
Well, I think just it's the will to win for us. It's any way we can, we want to win.
Okay.
And you look at the free throw line for tonight, 21 for 24. That might be our best free throw shooting percentage of the whole year. And there's been times where that has not been good.
Okay.
And our defense might not be as good as we want it to be tonight.
Well, you're playing a pretty good offensive team.
Yeah, Cameron averages 76 points a game. We held them to 65, held them to 6 threes. That was one of our goals, keep them at 6 threes for the game. And I think we could have done a better job defensively, but we still found a way to get it done. But the free throws are something that helps us out. You know, like if we miss 10 free throws like we have in the past, it's a whole different game.
Yeah.
But we step to the line, we hit our shots, practice it a lot in practice, and so you get to see it come through.
You've seen some different teams, obviously, in your coaching career, but talk about this team maybe a little bit off the court, because as I talk to the players, they seem to love each other. They seem to rally around each other. What is this team like day in and day out?
It's a joy. I mean, it is such a pleasure. I feel like one of the luckiest coaches in the whole world. They're fun. You know, you come into practice, and practice isn't always the funnest for everyone. But they come in, they bring energy, they have a lot of fun. There's a lot of smiling, a lot of laughing, and then there's also competing. And when you can find a way to balance all that and mix all that, you got a really good culture and a really good program. And we're fortunate enough to have that, and it's a credit to the girls to be selfless and not just worry about themselves, to worry about each other and just to care for each other. And you can see that on the court. And off the court, it's enjoyable. It's a lot of fun.
Lady Buffs win for a 5th straight time. They knock off Cameron tonight, 75-65. And so right now, the overall record is great in terms of wins, 17 wins this season. In conference, just 2 losses, and so you're at the top along with a couple of other teams in that conference race. Is this something when you and the coaching staff, you look back to the beginning of the year and new staff, new players, new pieces, is this where you thought the team would be as you get close to postseason time?
I think this is where we had an idea of what we could do if everyone came together. And it was just like, how long will it take for everyone to come together, and who is going to be the ones who are coming together? And I think it's been a surprise to see how many are coming together and just the time that everyone is kind of doing it. And you see, looking at the games past, it's always someone different. I know before we came on, you mentioned it's been a different girl up here every game for you. And so it's something that is pretty impressive about this team is someone is stepping up each game.
As you still have some more conference games before we even get to the conference tournament that they'll play this year down in Frisco. But what to finish this out, to try to compete and get a conference championship, to be real picky about this team, what do they need to keep doing and maybe even do a little better?
I think defend. Just relentlessly defend. Just know that no team in conference can score against us, and be active out there every single possession and take pride in our defense. Because if we do that, we bring it, we're going to be in every game in the conference tournament, every game in March, as long as we defend. And, defense wins championships. And so that's our identity. It's gotten us this far. Let's just keep riding it.
Oh, they are doing a great job, the Lady Buffs are, and I know the crowd enjoying it game in and game out. Will Sherman, Lady Buff assistant coach, joining me. Coach, great job. Let's keep up the wins. You guys are going to go on the road, head the road tomorrow, right?
Yep.
And take on Western New Mexico for the next game. But this is a lot of fun. Really enjoying watching this team develop as the season's gone on.
Appreciate you having me. Appreciate everything you do for us.
Thanks, Will. All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the halftime stats from the men's game. The Buffs lead over Cameron, 49-38 at the break. You're watching WT Basketball here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular Team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
80 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
45-54.
This is a walk-on.
2 for 11.
Put your heart into the game.
10 for 12. 5 for 10. Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Halftime again here for the Buffaloes as WT has the lead over Cameron. 49-38 is the score. And this one really for the Buffs, they got the scoring going early. Julius Brown was getting things going. And then Larry Wise picked up some scoring production. Zach Toussaint hit some shots. As you look up and see the team statistics, hot shooting for the Buffaloes, 54% from the field for West Texas A&M. Cameron not bad at all at 45% shooting. But a big difference is the three-point shot. The Aggies have put up 11 attempts from the three-point line and made just 2, while the Buffaloes have shot 6 out of 14 from the three-point line. A great percentage there for 43%. Free throws, Cameron 10 of 12, while the Buffs have struggled a little bit at the line, just 5 of 10. Rebounds pretty even. And turnovers, Cameron has committed 8 turnovers. The Buffaloes committed 5. And KJ, you looked at the stat sheet. The Buffs, just like the Lady Buffs did, you're getting a lot of balance with a lot of players producing in the first half.
Well, you've got Larry Wise, the only Buff player in double figures, but I take that back. Hayden Blankley's got 11, but you're getting offensive performance from just about everybody that's played. You're getting defensive contributions the same way. You know, there's not been a lot of turnovers in this game. As you mentioned, 5 for WT, 8 for Cameron. The Buffs have turned those into 11 points. They have a 5-point differential in points off turnovers. Buffs, boy, it seems like every time we look up, the Aggies are getting a fast break. They've scored 2 points off of fast breaks.
Yeah, well, the Buffs have had some nice defensive help. They've had some shot blocks and just some quick hands.
Yeah.
You know, Cameron feels like they have a layup, and all of a sudden the ball's being poked out of bounds.
Individually, Kenyon Holcomb has 2 rebounds. Colt Savage, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Connor Slater has 11 points, 2 boards. DeAndre Early with 3 points, 2 rebounds. Brock Schreiner, 6 points, 1 board. John Muhammad has 5 points, 1 rebound. Darius Green, 4 points, 3 rebounds. For the Buffs, Jesse Oweezy with 4 points, 3 boards. Julius Brown has 6 points. He's also got, 9 points and 6 assists. Dalen Williams with 5 points, 4 boards. Zach Toussaint with 8 points, 3 rebounds. Larry Wise with a team and game high 12 points, 2 rebounds. Cameron Bell has 1 rebound. Hayden Blankley, 11 points, 4 boards. And that's the scoring for the Buffs again.
And some good passing as well, KJ. I want to mention the 9 assists. I mean, we've seen some really good passing, good ball movement from WT.
Of which 6 of them come from Julius Brown.
Oh.
Pair of blocks. Dalen Williams had 1. Addison Wallace has 1. Let's take one final timeout. When we come back, we'll have your second half of play. Buffs lead it at the half, 49-38. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs! J. Ferg Roofing has been protecting our community for 15 years. With more than 30,000 homes and businesses protected by our roofing work, we're proud of our ability to provide efficient, lasting solutions for your roofing needs. What makes us stand out from the competition is that we work for you, with dedicated team members who guide you every step of the way. That is the J. Ferg advantage. Quality, experience, fast pass scheduling, customer rewards. We have it all. Call J. Ferg Roofing today for a free inspection. We are J. Ferg Roofing. We are more.
All right, we're about ready to start the second half of play. Buffs lead 49-38. We saw Cameron a couple of times, Kent, in the first half try to make a run, get it down to that 6-7 point range, but the Buffs always had an answer. If you're the Aggies, how do you find a way defensively to slow down Larry Wise, Julius Brown, Zach Toussaint, Hayden Blankley?
That's the question. I don't know defensively that you can do that. The Aggies have tried playing zone when Zach Toussaint's been off the floor, but Wise and Brown have both knocked him down. You know, I think if you're the Aggies, you got to focus more on scoring points, but that's been an issue with them all year anyway, averaging just 69, and they turned the ball over on the inbound, throwing it into the backcourt.
Yeah, that's not how Coach Mahoney drew it up. That looked more like the Washington Generals.
Wise, he'll put up a three to start. No good, but there's Williams with the rebound. Gives it back to Larry, says try again from closer.
Yeah, I like that from Larry. Doesn't have to be fancy. Doesn't go up and under and try to windmill a layup in. He just uses the pump fake, lets the defense get in the air, hits the layup.
Here's Savage. He'll put up a three and knock it down. You asked what the Aggies needed. That's what it is.
I'm waiting for him to get a big tomahawk dunk so I can say that's so Savage, right?
How about Juju with another three? He has 12. Buffs applying the pressure. They get it into Schreiner. Kicks it back to Slater. But Schreiner's the playmaker and generally the scorer. Held to 9 in the first half.
WT basketball.
And another turnover by the Aggies. Brown. He's open, but goes to Wise up top. Shot clock at 10. Juju for three. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Holcomb. Outlet to Schreiner. Here's Slater. Mid-range jumper. Got it.
Yeah, he's got some good moves.
And he's got 13 points.
Sophomore from small town Elgin, Oklahoma. And, you know, he looks like a player. He's a little slender right now, but will continue to put some weight on. And he's got a good jump shot.
Oh, Wise backing in on Slater. And they're going to call Connor Slater for his first personal. Oh, excuse me, second. Team foul number 1 against the Aggies in the half.
That is the definition of touch foul.
Poke. Here's Wise to inbound to Brown.
Look at Williams trying to get post position down there.
Wise outside with 10. They get it to Toussaint. He'll take the three. It went halfway down and came out. You could see Wilson on the bottom side of the rim. There's a strong drive by Slater. He's going to go to the line.
The foul. Larry Wise.
Foul goes against Larry Wise. His second personal. Team foul number 1 of the half against WT.
Connor Slater.
Slater at the line, 2 of 2 this evening. Knocks it down.
Cameron Bell for Larry Wise.
Cameron Bell into the Buffs lineup, replacing Wise. And Slater makes them both. He's up to 15 points. And the Buffs lead cut to 9 at 54-45. Oh, wide open underneath. Dalen Williams waited out near the sideline. Hey, Juju had the ball up top. Williams cut. He was wide open in the paint.
So that's the 7th assist. Juju getting close to that double-double range with points assists.
See if we've got that feed and bucket here coming up momentarily.
Yep.
Watch. We're not going to see the cut. We'll just see, look how wide open the lane is. Wow.
Threads the needle with a sweet dime.
Buffs bump their lead back up to 11. 56-45. Here's Holcomb. Kicks it outside to Slater. Long three at the buzzer, won't go down.
Well, he gave that a good try. That one
had a good look. Here's Brown. He takes it to the rack. Yes, and one. Stop this.
Let's see if we have this one, Jamie, if we can run this back. This is going to show how difficult it is to guard Julius Brown because you're watching DeAndre early, and he's backed up. He doesn't want to let Julius go by him, but he has to honor the three-point shot. Here's what happens.
Julius Brown
still gets past him.
I mean, he didn't even reverse dribble. He just took off on that one. Strong first step. Looking for his 15th point of the game, and there it is.
Yeah, very complete game here tonight from Juju.
And let's, as you mentioned, 7 assists. We've got a stoppage. I didn't see who called timeout. The officials are going to the monitor.
This is interesting, just to try to figure out, Kent, what
they're looking at.
Yeah.
Maybe they're checking the clock. They're going over the official score. It's not the clock.
Tom Brown getting the explanation.
Doesn't affect the score, doesn't affect who gets the basketball. I get the idea maybe they were checking who they called that foul on.
Okay.
And I've got it going against Early.
That is what they show.
Cameron's basketball. Now they trail by 14. We keep talking about the Aggies doing good things, but the lead keeps increasing for the Buffaloes.
And they're going to have to be careful right now that this 14-point lead doesn't stretch to 20+.
16:32 to play. Buffs up 59-45. Here's Schreiner outside. Kind of a mismatch with Williams, but Williams forces the turnover. Toussaint comes up with the loose ball. Brown puts up the three, won't get it. Williams gets it, blocked from behind. Big play defensively, John Muhammad. Savage tries to drive, cut off, shoots over Cameron Bell. Toussaint with the defensive board. He'll take the three, knock it down. He is at his most dangerous when he just takes the pass and flings it.
Yep. In transition, Zach, I mean, he can pass it, but just off the bounce, he'll hit that three.
Three at the other end, missed by Savage. Long rebound. Good hustle by Muhammad, but he couldn't quite get to the ball, and that'll take us to our under 16 timeout. 15:33 to be precise. Buffs on top, 62-45. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. and our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
West Texas A&M leads 62-45. Lucas Kinsey with Kent Johnson, the Thunder Vision production team, doing a fantastic job for us tonight, and we're glad to have you with us. Buffs, again, lead by 17. They have opened it up here in the second half. They're outscoring Cameron 13-7.
Ooh, Toussaint just a little short on the three. Ball loose on the floor. Schreiner comes up with it. Gets it clear to Slater. Slater underneath for the easy lay-in by Savage.
Transition bucket there for the Aggies. Who wants to guard Julius?
15 to play. Buffs up 62-47. There's a lob inside to Blankley. Schreiner was on the ground, and they're going to get Hayden with the push. That's Blankley's first. Team foul number 2 against West Texas here in the second half.
That's the play you get away with in the rec league or in the intramurals, the little push off underneath against the smaller player, but the officials, they saw it.
You don't have 3 officials at that level.
You're lucky if you have one.
Here's Schreiner working on Wallace. In the corner to Slater on the wing. Drives baseline, gets around Blankley, but Blankley comes back and stuffs him. Slater gets the rebound and muscles it up and in. He worked for that bucket. 62-49 Buffaloes.
Now Slater's playing hard. He has now 14 points to match Savage with 14.
Had 14 in the first meeting between these two teams. That game did not count in the conference standings. It was a non-conference game. Brown misses. The rebound comes down to Colt Savage, who then boots the ball off his foot out of bounds.
Hayden's played really hard tonight. Gets a breather right now as Aweezy comes back in. You know, Hayden had the scary play last Saturday where he, on a fast break, dunked it, kind of slipped and fell.
Ooh, Jesse with the turnaround, couldn't get the ball to fall. He'll go to the line.
As we've got a little bit of a stoppage here, can't want to mention, last night it was announced on ESPN2, West Texas A&M legendary Lady Buff head coach Bob Schneider has been selected as a member into the 2022 Hall of Fame class for the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. So congratulations to Coach Bob Schneider.
Huge award, well-deserved. Maybe a little overdue.
Yep. Now he won at every level. Won at the high school level, obviously, when he was a coach there, and won 25 years at West Texas A&M, 6 times Lone Star Conference Coach of the Year, multiple times where the Lady Buffs went to the Elite Eight, if not further.
Yeah. Also spent time prior to coming to WT at Texas Women's. Jesse makes them both. Buffs lead back up to 15. Spin on the baseline by Muhammad, and then he about loses the ball out of bounds. Schreiner has the ball with 5 on the shot clock. Gets it over to Muhammad. Puts a shot up at the buzzer, no good. 4 Buffs after the basketball, and
that's a BSA.
It's a jump ball, Buffs ball on alternating possession.
Toussaint comes up slow. Looks like he could have used a helmet down there.
There were 4 white jerseys going at it against 1 black jersey, and they got knotted up. Dalen Williams returns to the floor, replacing Toussaint.
For Zach Toussaint.
They're both guards.
Yes.
In the Buffs rotation.
Yes, they are.
You've got Wallace, Williams, Aweezy, Wise, and Brown. There's Aweezy on the wing.
Pretty big lineup here for WT.
Wallace on the near side.
Weezy wants it.
10 on the shot clock. Guys need to move. Wallace in the paint, mid-range, pop.
Addison Wallace.
Good decision by Addison. Paint cleared open.
His first bucket of the game. Puts the Buffs up 17.
Weezy thought he had a steal. They're going to call foul.
And for Jesse, that's number 4. Team foul number 3.
Jesse Weezy picking up the personal foul.
Again, this one's hard. It's hard to tell from up here. We'll see if we can see it on the replay. Does he get ball or does he get arm?
Fouls on the Buffs, Jesse Weezy.
Yeah. Tough to tell. Aggies basketball. They get it into Savage, who promptly loses it. Blankley takes it down court and lays it in.
Nice play by Hayden. Let the defender go underneath and put the ball right over the top.
19-point lead for WT. Schreiner, pass picked off. Wallace takes it in and lets loose.
Some extra hot sauce from Addison Wallace. Yes, sir.
And that leads Cameron to call timeout. Let's see if we've got that one on the replay before we take a break here.
I mean, he almost channeled Dominique Wilkins here, Kent.
Takes off, two-handed behind the back, flush at home. 12-11 to play, Buffs on top, 70-49. You're watching WT Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
80 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed.
West Texas A&M enjoying a 70-49 lead. They have opened it up here in the second half. Not only with good shooting and good offense, good defense. They're getting out in passing lanes, getting turnovers, and turning those turnovers into points.
Yeah, Buffs shooting in the second half, 53% from the floor, but points off turnovers. They've got 4 just in the first 8 minutes of this half.
15 for the game.
15 for the game. 34 points in the paint, 12 points in the paint in this half.
This is an 8-0 run for the Buffs over the last 150.
Almost come up with a steal, and they do. Cameron knocked it away, and Addison came up with it. Bell on the wing. We're under 12. Buffs up 21. Here's Wise to Bell to Blankley. Wise up top, shot clock at 8. Larry steps back, knocks it down. Acted like he wanted to drive, and that froze the freshman Kenyon Holcomb. Wise did a step back. He was just inside the arc. Knocked it down. He's got 16. Here's Gonzalez going up against Blankley. No good. Williams with the rebound.
That was a wild shot there.
Blankley, he's open for 3. That one's too strong. Aggies, Holcomb. Back to Muhammad, guarded by Bell. Bell working on Williams, drives in, puts up a left-handed hook and gets it. John Muhammad, freshman from Mansfield, Texas, averaging 3 points. He's got 7 tonight. And there Larry loses the ball. It rolls out of bounds, but it was batted out of his hands by Darius Green, and that takes us to a timeout. 10:28 to play. Buffs up 72-51. You're watching West Texas A&M basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
Buffs lead is 72-51 over the Cameron Aggies as WT is trying to win for what would be a 22nd time this season. Their record 21-6, 7-5 in LSC play. You look at Tom Brown. We talked a couple week ago about him picking up the 200th win. Overall record of 202 wins and 49 losses. So he got to 200 wins before he ever had 50 losses.
Buffs basketball off the timeout. Blankley to Bell. Nice inlet to Williams. Goes one way, back the other. Shot's a little too strong, but Jonas Carlisle comes up with the offensive board. Try again. Bell, three, got it.
There you go. Cameron Bell knocked down that three. And it happened because WT got its 11th offensive rebound this evening.
Thank you, Jonas Carlisle. There's a backdoor cut, but no bucket. Gonzalez drives on Wallace. Tries a pass. Addison deflects it. Blankley comes up with it. Bell brings the Buffs up floor. Almost a steal there by Early, but the Buffs retain possession. Blankley cut off. Goes right side to Bell. Shot clock at 7. Cameron feeds Wallace. Oh, my.
First of all, it's a great pass from Cameron, but it's like in midair, Addison hit another level and just kept rising.
He's got some hops. 77-51 Buffaloes. And a foul, and they're going to get.
Is it a foul or a jump ball?
They got the walk.
Or is it neither? It's travel.
Yeah. Officials talked amongst themselves and decide some traveling took place. 15-2 run for the Buffs over the last 450. Carlisle comes cross court to Wallace. Jonas looks at the basket. He's a long way out. Shot clock at 9. Wallace drives in, finds Blankley for 3. Buffs can't miss right now.
He held the follow through. You knew that one was going in. What a game Hayden's having.
80-51.
WT basketball.
And Cameron has called for timeout. Jeff Mahoney will bring his troops over and talk things. Say, how do you slow down the Buffs? They're doing it inside and out tonight.
They are. 8:30 to play. This is the 32nd timeout.
Yeah.
We'll keep it here. The Buffs and Lady Buffs travel to Silver City, New Mexico tomorrow. Thursday night game at Drax Court at Western New Mexico.
One of the smaller venues in the Lone Star Conference.
An intimate venue.
It is.
Yes, and 6:30 and 8:30 will be the start time for those games. Buffs return home a week from Thursday. 8:30 to play. WT on top, 80-51. On an 8-0 run, an 18-2 run over the last 5.5 minutes.
Cameron turning the ball over too much as well.
6 turnovers in the last 6 minutes for the Aggies. A turnover a minute is not the offense you want to brag about. Here's Carlisle to Blankley. Austin Shelley in the lineup now for the Buffs. Back to Carlisle. Finds Hayden open. Blind pass to Shelley, about threw it away, and Shelley stepped on the line trying to save it.
Hayden knows that was my bad. He got a little fancy there.
Yeah, and here comes Parker Nielsen, and let's see if he's coming in for 23. Hayden doesn't even look. He just wheels around and heads to the sideline. 80-51. 29-point lead for West Texas as we approach the 8-minute mark.
Hayden, you've still played a heck of a game, buddy.
And there is another turnover against the Aggies. Shelley open, 3, can't get it to go. Look at Carlisle get up there with the putback.
Great hustle by Jonas Carlisle.
31-point lead for the Buffs.
His first points tonight. He's played some good defense.
There's a shot knocked down by Connor Slater. Shelley on the wing. Out to Carlisle. Shot clock at 10. Now 8. Jonas from the mid-range. Look at the arc he puts on that ball.
Yes, great touch. Back-to-back possessions where Jonas, which we noticed the different hairstyle tonight. Yeah. High and tight, looks good.
Speaking of high and tight, baseball, softball term. We're going to be out at Schaefer Park and Wilder Park this weekend. You've got
some softball.
WT Invitational. Starts off Friday.
And we're expecting good weather, right, Kent?
After the rain and the snow.
Of course.
And I'll be at Wilder Park with baseball on Friday. First pitch 2 o'clock against these Cameron Aggies. Right now we've got a timeout, 6:48 remaining in the ball game. Buffs cruising. You're watching WT Basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas. Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
The Buffs will come out of this timeout leading 84-53. It has been such an impressive performance tonight, specifically in the second half. The defense of the Buffs has really ratcheted up. They led 49-38 at halftime. They have outscored Cameron 35-15 in the second half. Buffs shooting 56% from the field. They made 10 threes, and now they have forced 19 Cameron Aggie turnovers.
26 points off turnovers. 15 in the second half. Aggie foul on Darius Green, his third, team's fourth.
Yet Torian Harris and Kevon Booker in for the first time tonight.
And Julius knocks down another 3.
And that will be his last shot of the evening, most likely. He ends it differently than Hayden did as he walks to the bench. But
as Austin Shelley returns to the lineup, as you mentioned, a young lineup on the floor. Kevon Booker, a sophomore, being the old-timer. Although Parker Nielsen played last year, he got the year back, as did Torian Harris. Here's Nielsen. Oh, wow. Yeah. How's that for a lay-in?
You know, you mentioned Kevon, Kent. I think right now the coaching staff, they want to see more consistency from the young man. The athletic, talented players, a shot is hit there from Schreiner.
Schreiner, his first bucket of the second half. Started the game strong and hasn't had much since then. Here's Shelley inside, turnaround from the mid-range.
Well, and it's a great shot from Shelley, but it's a smart decision because when he caught the ball, he was inside against the big guys, and he knew I need to dribble out, create some space.
91-55. Here's a spin move. Nice shot. Won't go. Connor Slater. Kavan gets up in the air with no one to throw it to. Tried to outlet to Shelley. Brock Schreiner picks it off. And Jonas Carlisle, what a second half he's had. Ahead to Parker Nielsen, who has a mini flush.
Yeah, the bench liked that one.
But Jonas Carlisle here in the second half, 4 points. But he's got a couple rebounds. He's got a steal. He's got a nice assist. And the rebounds were both on the offensive end.
Jonas Carlisle will pick up that foul.
Whistle a foul against Carlisle there.
His second, just the fourth team foul against the Buffaloes. Off the inbound, shot put up and missed by Slater. Carlisle with the rebound. To Shelley on the wing. Spins. He wants to put it up. Can't do it. Torian Harris keeps it alive. Booker taps it to Shelley, and the Buffs get a fresh 20. Well, tonight, as they did Saturday, the Buffs playing like if they don't get a home court berth in the LSC tournament, they want to win and get that bye in the first round, which the top 4 teams get. Here's Schreiner from the corner for 3. No. Booker with the rebound.
Yeah, this game of basketball, it's strange, isn't it? The team that loses to LCU last Thursday, as Carlisle misses a 3 there, in the Buffs, is now really beating pretty badly tonight a Cameron Aggie team that, oh, by the way, beat that Lubbock Christian team last Saturday.
Knocked off the top team in the region and the 3rd team in the country. Exactly. Connor Slater works for that bucket. He has 10 here in the second half and 21 for the game. With the win, should WT hold on to this lead, they'll move to 8-5, which is a .615 winning percentage, which will vault them over Arkansas Fort Smith and into 5th place. Booker with the slam. Off the feed from Austin Shelley. Put them at 8-5. 8-4 is St. Mary's in 4th place. So you're just one game back from not having to play on Tuesday, March 1st. Here's a steal. Parker Nielsen in the corner.
Turnovers just piling up here for Cameron.
Jeff Mahoney getting ready to empty his bench at the next stoppage. Nielsen keeps it going as he misses the lay-in. Buffs need to get back. Savage off the glass. No, but he's fouled. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 2:36 to play in the game. Buffs up 95-57. We'll be back with the final 2.5. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
For the Carpet Tech Flex Scan.
Kim.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 118 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. celebrating 90 years of success. This is the Lone Star Conference.
Returning to play, Colt Savage at the line and knocked down the first one. Second shot going, made them both. That's why he's shooting 85% from the line. Savage now with 14 points. Buff lead trimmed at 95-59. 36-point margin. 2:24 to play in the contest.
Buffs have shot the ball so well tonight, but you can't talk enough about their defensive effort. Another shot goes in for Booker. How many turnovers have the Buffs forced tonight against Cameron, KJ?
22.
Okay.
Booker with his first bucket of the night. Yes, he just came off the bench. Got a foul in the corner. This will go against Parker Nielsen. It's Parker's first. Buffs with 97 points with just over 2 minutes to play. Aggies inbound.
Yeah, it's an impressive thing. They've scored 97, but the score's not 97-87. The score's 97-59.
Yeah, and Cameron 10 points below their season average. Here's Jonas Carlisle. He'll put up a long-range three. He'll drain the long-range three, and the Buffs have their second 100-point game of the season.
And Carlisle has another steal.
Their only other 100-point game is Torian Harris takes it to the rack.
Yep, liftoff. You saw that one coming.
Buff scored 121 against Champions College, so this 100 is against a legitimate team.
This may be the most slam dunks that we've had in a game, Kent. In a long time. And a lot of different guys.
Back when I was working at TCU and Billy Tubbs was our head coach, that was a stat he kept on the official stats. And one missed by Muhammad.
Nobody could get the basketball.
Buff Pep Band does a great job at the games, their music, but they also get into it. Cheering, razzing, having a good old time.
They keep it PG, though.
Booker forced that one. He'll go to the line shooting twice.
Yeah, doing Lady Buff volleyball broadcast this year, Kent. I got a up close and personal view from the Pep
That's
Band.
right. They were right next to you upstairs.
They
at the
were.
box.
And to be honest, there were some times where they'd get me laughing. They're pretty entertaining if you're the home team.
Nico Argyropoulos picks up his third personal. Booker at the line, knocks down the first, makes them both. He's got 4 points tonight. 104-61 as we approach the 1 minute mark of the ball game. What an evening it's been with the Lady Buffs taking a 10-point win in the opener.
Parker Nielsen, that's his third.
Parker Nielsen picks up the foul. It's his third. Team foul number 8 against WT. John Muhammad at the line. He'll shoot twice. First one's in. Second shot on its way. Can't get it to go. Ball loose. Muhammad gets it. To Gonzalez on the block, guarded by Nielsen. The double team comes, gets it to Early. Nice reverse. Elevated, hung, switched hands from the right to the left and put it off the glass. 104-64 with 30 seconds to play in the game.
Yeah, this is a complete performance tonight by WT.
8-second differential on the shot clock, which is now at 12.
And back-to-back performances where you feel like you got to be very happy with the defense if you're Tom Brown, Chris Gove.
This one wasn't so much about offense other than the fact the threes fell tonight. Here's Muhammad, brings it down, sends it in the corner to Savage, picks up a three at the buzzer, and that will do it. The Buffaloes hit them early and often and didn't let off the gas as they improved their record to 22-6, 8-5 in Lone Star Conference play with a 104-64 win over the Aggies. Cameron falls to 4-15, 2-10 overall, and broke their two-game winning streak. We'll take a timeout and come back and wrap it up. You're watching Buffalo basketball on the LSC Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC. It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
Joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1831 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center, where West Texas A&M just ran its season record of 22-6, 8-5 in Lone Star Conference play, with a resounding 104-64 victory over Cameron. The game was 11 points at the half, 49-38 in favor of WT, but the second half, the Buffs put up 55 points. They knocked down 12 three-pointers tonight, and Lucas, I don't know what's more impressive, the 12 three-pointers they knocked down or the fact that they were nearly 40% from three-point range, and they held a Cameron team which lives off the three to just 3 three-pointers tonight.
Yeah, it's hard. The offense was great. They did a great job passing the ball, finishing at the rim, obviously hitting those 12 threes. But I love defense, and tonight I really love what WT did defensively, especially after halftime. It's almost like they were challenged at the break to say, guys, we're doing good, but we can do even better. And you hold Cameron. So the first half, Cameron scores 38 points. The second half, they only scored 26.
104-64. Our final. Let's take a look at the team statistics here. The Buffs shoot 56% from the floor, actually 57 if you round up, 41 of 72. Cameron, 23 of 50, 46%. The Buffs knocked down 12 of 31 from outside, 38%. The Aggies just 3 of 16 for 18%. Aggies went to the line 19 times, knocked down 15 for 79%. The Buffs 10 of 15 for 66%. Rebounds were big. The Buffs out-rebounding the Aggies 35-27. 13 of those 35 on the offensive end, leading to 19 second chance points. And turnovers, this was a big difference in the game. 23 forced by the Buffalo defense, while the Buffs turned it over just 9 times themselves. The Aggies had 5 assists to 23 turnovers. The Buffs 18 assists to 9 turnovers. WT with 35 points off turnovers to just 8 for Cameron. Here's a look at the individual statistics. Kenyon Holcomb had 3 rebounds. Colt Savage had 16 points, 5 boards, 1 assist. Connor Slater had 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. DeAndre Early, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Brock Schreiner, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Nico Argyropoulos with 1 rebound. John Muhammad, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Alejandro Gonzalez played 15 minutes but didn't register any statistics. And Darius Green had 4 points, 3 rebounds. As a team, the Aggies 23 of 50 from the field, 3 of 16 from outside, 15 of 19 from the line, 27 rebounds, 14 team fouls, 5 assists, 23 turnovers, and 3 steals. For the Buffaloes, Jesse Oweezy, 6 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal. Julius Brown, 18 points, 7 assists. Dalen Williams, 7 points, 7 boards, 1 assist, and a block. Zach Toussaint, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. Larry Wise, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Cameron Bell, 3 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Hayden Blankley, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. How about 3 steals for Hayden? Addison Wallace with 6 points and a blocked shot. Jonas Carlisle, 7 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. Austin Shelley, 2 points, 1 rebound. Parker Nielsen with 4 points. Torian Harris with 2 points and assist. And Kevon Booker, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. As a team, the Buffs 41 of 72 from the field, 12 of 31 from outside the arc, 10 of 15 from the line, 35 rebounds, 20 personal fouls. They had 18 assists, just 9 turnovers, 12 steals, and 3 block shots. Buffs had 35 points off turnovers to 8 for Cameron, 50 points in the paint for the Buffs to 34 for Cameron, 19 second chance points versus 9 for Cameron. Buffs had 17 fast break points to just 4 for Cameron. And the bench, well, the Aggies have a short bench, so this one's a little skewed, but 46-14 in favor of the Buffaloes, who led the game 38 minutes and 30 seconds. With the win, the Buffs move past Arkansas Fort Smith into 5th place in the LSC men's basketball standings. The top 4 get a bye in the March 1st first round. Then positions 5 through 8 host teams 9 through 12.
Okay, and so you look at WT Kent, the remaining regular season games. Of course, you talked about it. They're going to hit the road tomorrow. They're going to take on Western New Mexico Thursday on the road, and then finish next week at home against Texas A&M Kingsville on the 24th and International on the 26th.
And next weekend we wrap up the regular season that started on Halloween.
It did.
With the D2CCA Tip-Off Classic, and it's been fun ever since. It's not over yet, and it's not going to be over for a while. So until next week for basketball, and until Friday for baseball and softball, I'd like to thank our ThunderVision crew, our director Jamie Abbott, camera operators Jordan Condi, Jacob Johnson, and Daniel Kalunga, from my broadcast partner Lucas Kinsey. I'm Kent Johnson saying thank you for allowing us to be a part of your Tuesday evening. It's a good day to be a Buffalo. The Lady Buffs defeat the Aggies 75-65. The Buffs beat Cameron 104-64. Until next time, so long, everybody. You've been watching West Texas A&M basketball on the LSC Digital Network.